The opinions in this podcast are solely those of the creators and do not reflect the opinions of the filmmakers involved. If you are of legal drinking age, feel free to have a drink with us, but please do drink responsibly. You're listening to Cole-astic Cinema.
Apollo Creed meets the Italian Stallion.
Because some damn fool accused you of being the best.
Work with me now. It's all in the head. Yeah, it's all in the hips. It's all in the hips.
Get off of me!
Whoa. There's still plenty of meat on that bone. Now you take this home, throw it in a pot, add some broth, a potato. Baby, you got a stew going.
Your host, Fabian Salazar,
Son of a bitch is dug in like an Alabama tick.
and Cole Butterfield.
Because what everyone does in this whole... Even the Predator does that in this whole fucking movie. Nobody's actually aiming. It's just blindly firing in the middle of goddamn fucking nowhere.
Where we talk about movies most of the time.
No! I've been running around
The
with
fucking
like...
recoil. I'm surprised Jesse Ventura
Jesse
could
Ventura
hold
had
it
to
down.
wear a bulletproof vest because of the fucking casings coming out of the stupid fucking thing.
Yeah.
So come along for a ride and have fun.
If we can... All right. Well,
We usually do on the first try, but I might just do it over here just to make sure it
just have the one of us do it?
Yeah, I'll just do it.
Okay, so I'm like, Fabian, you son of a bitch.
Welcome to Cole-astic Cinema.
Yeah!
We are watching one of the greatest movies ever made.
Take your word for it.
To pay tribute to the late, great Carl Weathers. Yeah. Rest in peace.
Rip.
We love you, buddy.
Yeah, man.
Mr. Apollo Crews, Mr. Dylan, Mr.
Apollo Creed.
Yeah,
Said
that's what I said.
Crews.
Yeah, I said Apollo Crews.
Yeah, Apollo Crews. He does his own stunts.
Yeah. Yeah, no, Apollo Crews. Take two.
The man died and you can't even get one
Man
of his
died
characters.
like 3 days ago.
Come on, man. Just a timestamp this. Come on, man.
All right.
Talking about fucking chubs.
Yeah, Chubbs, Apollo Creed, Dylan, Action Jackson, and the Stew Master.
Also just a fucking professional football player, a director, and just an all-around great human being in general. Like, damn.
You
man.
will be greatly missed.
Oh, yeah. Especially when we got some, like, as I was talking about with Evan earlier, with how many actors, like, in their goddamn 90s.
Yeah.
And we had to lose fucking goddamn Carl Weathers. I mean, come on. Shatner's 92. Michael Caine is at least 155.
Yeah, Gene Hackman just turned 378, so...
Yeah, I mean, but doesn't look a day over 111.
I know, he's looking pretty great.
It's all that adrenochrome, man. Just going to those, using all those stem cells and all the things you can access from all the children. That's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
Anyway.
So Predator is one of the movies that, when you get together with your family and you just have a nice family night in where you have dinner and popcorn and you watch a movie together. Predator was one of those movies for me.
No.
Like my entire family would sit down and we just watch Predator or Terminator 2 or Blazing Saddles or something like that. But
I don't know that.
I know you.
Bingo.
Okay. So yeah, Predator is one of my classic family movies. I love it. Seen it a million times.
I
Can
was
quote
thinking-
almost every part of it.
I was thinking about that when it comes to like family movies that I grew up on, because as long-time listeners know, I didn't have a lot of access to movies.
Yeah.
The nearest Blockbuster was 3 hours away. So that's right, Blockbuster. That's right. For our younger listeners, there was a time where Netflix was just like in one building on a strip mall. And that's where you went to go get your movies.
Yeah, and they had like rows and rows of these things called VHS tapes.
Oh, VHS tapes. Be kind. Please rewind.
Eventually moved to DVDs. If you remember those either.
If you remember those either. I'm going to guess based on modern age, like not modern age, but the age of our listeners and our demographic, you know what DVDs are, and you also miss physical media.
Yeah, and more than likely, you probably know what a VHS tape is. Let's be honest.
You do. If you didn't have it, at least one of your older siblings did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Predator. First time I watched Predator, I think I was like 7 or 8. Like,
God damn.
yeah, no, my parents started me off way early.
Is this movie rated R?
Oh yeah.
Jesus.
There's only violence. There's no nudity.
Well, that's what I was reading on IMDb. It's like nudity and like none. Violence maximum.
Yeah. No, it's the best. So I think we started watching it. I was like, oh, this is really cool. I have no idea what it's about. Like, they didn't tell me anything about it. They're just like, we're watching this movie. It's called Predator. I'm like, okay. And we watch it, and it starts out all action heavy and military and everything. I'm like, this is pretty cool. This is pretty fun. I like this. And then it slowly starts turning into a sci-fi horror and everything. I'm like, oh, this is fucking sick.
No, this is one of those weird blind spots with me because, like, in my house, we like really liked Arnold Schwarzenegger, like, big fan of the Schwarzenegger. But
Yeah.
there's only certain movies I was allowed to watch, like Junior, Twins,
Nice. Those
Kindergarten
are
Cop,
good. Yeah.
True Lies, which I still to this day love. True Lies. There's still
mean,
there's
those
some
are all
problems.
solid movies.
They're all solid movies, but like, there's only so many aren't like Last Action Hero.
Yes.
which
Also,
is so.
we'll get into that.
We'll get into
I'll
that
let
later.
you finish.
Yeah, but like this is one of those more like actually. No, even then, I was allowed to watch Terminator, which had the scene where he's like digging out the eye and shit. Terrified me as a kid.
Also, Linda Hamilton's boobs.
And Linda Hamilton's boobs. Was it actually no? Those I think that was the part of Terminator where my eyes were covered.
It would have been for me too.
Yeah, it's just like no. Okay, you're good. It's like, but you were really you're doing me a disservice because now I want to know.
The funniest thing, and I'm pretty sure she still doesn't know to this day. My mom's hands are they're like mine. They're really long. Like her fingers are really long.
But they're like waif paper thin.
Yeah, they're like bones. They're like bones. So she'd cover my eyes, but her fingers are so thin that I could just see through. So I was just watching the nudity anyway. I'm like, this is fucking pointless.
It's the shit where my mother's such a tiny woman. I got to a certain point where it's like, just bitch, get your hand off my face.
Yeah.
Obviously, I wouldn't say that. I love and respect my mother so much, even though she's a bitch.
Those of you who know Cole knows he calls his mom a bitch.
Oh yeah, that's a term of endearment from Cole. Right?
Yeah,
Anyways, like, honestly, yeah, no, like don't use that term in anger. I say that with all the love in my heart from one who raised me, put
Yeah.
a lot of her life aside for me, and is also just a colossal fucking bitch.
All right, so Predator was made in 1987. It was directed by John McTiernan, who also did Die Hard, Last Action Hero, and a bunch of really, really good
Pretty much
action
just all
movies.
the classic '80s, early '90s action movies.
Yeah. It was written by Jim and John Thomas.
Jimmy John,
Jimmy John Thomas.
Jimmy John's Thomas.
It stars Arnold Schwarzenegger, Carl Weathers, Jesse the Body Ventura, Bill Duke, Sonny Langdon, Richard Chavez, Shane Black, he became a writer, and Elpidia Carrillo. It was filmed in Mexico, mostly Puerto Vallarta. It was made for $15 million.
Ladies and gentlemen, just so you know, he's not looking at his phone. This is just right off the top of his head, and he's making direct eye contact. And now I understand how it feels when I talk to him about comic books.
Basically, yeah.
It's weirdly hot and uncomfortable all at the same time, talking about sex tape.
So it made $15 million in the U.S. Or no, it was made for $15 million. Made $59 million in the U.S.
God damn.
It made $12 million opening weekend. So they almost made their money back opening weekend.
Yes.
And then worldwide gross was $98 million.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, Predator fucking owned the box
damn.
office.
No wonder they keep on trying to redo it and try to capture that fucking magic.
And they never will.
No, they
I mean,
won't.
the closest they got to was with Prey, and I absolutely loved Prey.
Oh, yeah?
I thought it was really good.
Because I had really high hopes about Prey. Like, not having seen Predator, but being aware of the hype and what it represents and everything, and being aware that it's kind of disappointing that you go from Arnold Schwarzenegger to Danny Glover in the second one.
Which the second one isn't terrible. It's just not as good. It had to live up to this movie.
Yeah, which what I find interesting because like looking at the trivia and all of that, like they only had to do like a few cuts to get the R rating for Predator. They had to do a lot more cuts to get the R rating for Predator 2.
Yeah,
Which-
they tried to overdo it with like the skinning and like the boobs, and this one actually has like a sex scene in it, or like Predator 2, and
Well, it's not like a
was like-
fucking Aliens thing where the Predator like is weirdly attracted to Sigourney Weaver, is it?
no.
Well, not weirdly.
No, the Predator's still basically just a predator, which works. But yeah, it just didn't really capture the magic of the first one. They had in the second one they had Gary Busey, which was it was supposed to be Arnold's character Dutch, but he refused to do it. So
Not going to do it.
So they replaced him with Gary Busey, who does a good job in the movie.
If
he's pretty intense.
I mean, if you want a close approximation to Schwarzenegger to the Governor, I guess you get yourself a Busey. That's a shot for bad impersonations. You're welcome.
So after that, after Predator 2, took a little bit of time off, and then came out with AVP, which is the unrated version is still in my, I'd say, top 20.
The unrated version is definitely a lot better when they're allowed to like
Actually have blood and shit.
instead of trying to go for that PG-13
Yeah,
rating.
that was the problem with that one. And I actually like it a lot. I don't know how much of it is just the nostalgia factor for me, but I still like it. I enjoy it.
Like I only saw like bits of the Alien trilogy, only the first 3 Aliens, like just like in passing, like walking past TVs, like Cole, you're not allowed to watch this. But I watched Alien versus Predator because I was aware of all that because they have comic books. So I'm aware of the connection. And so I was weirdly hyped for it. Well, not weirdly. I was adequately hyped for it with nostalgia and all that. And I enjoyed it. Is it a good movie? No.
No, I wouldn't say it's a very good
It's
movie.
not a good movie, but it does kind of deliver. I mean, when you got Predator fighting off a swarm of xenomorphs on top of a pyramid, I mean, like
It's got some cool stuff going
some cool
for
stuff.
it. But
Some stuff you're kind of looking for.
yeah, just wasn't quite there. Ended on a really cool cliffhanger.
But that did not pay off.
That did not pay off when they came out with Aliens versus Predator Requiem. That movie sucked dick.
Yeah.
Very disappointing. 90% of it is pitch black, so you can't see a fucking thing that's happening.
Got to cover the CGI. Like, why are you bothering the CGI if everything's that fucking black?
Yeah, I was like, no, they had solid practicals too, and they decided not to show them either. So that movie was very, very disappointing.
And long-time listeners know that we love our practicals. Show them off, man. Show them
Please
those
do.
practicals. Please, let me see it.
Then took a little bit of time off in between those, and then came out with Predators in 2011, I think.
With Adrian Brody.
Adrian Brody, and I actually liked that one a lot too. I thought it was fun. It's not great, but it was fun.
Yeah, it's not great. It's fun. And then they had Predator again in 2018, didn't they?
Yeah, and that movie's also dog shit.
Yeah. And what sucks, they had like Keegan-Michael Key. I love Keegan-Michael Key.
Yeah. His opposite Thomas Jane was pretty good.
Also, Thomas Jane's a lot of fun too.
Yeah, he's just a veteran with Tourette's. But they have a lot of unnecessary dialogue. It just kind of doesn't make sense. And then Olivia Munn getting harassed on set. That didn't.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that happened.
That
That happened for the production of that movie.
You know what's weirder than that, or more upsetting than that? She's John Mulaney's child.
I did not know that.
You didn't know that?
No.
Yeah, so John Mulaney gets out of rehab recently, ends up meeting Olivia Munn. They start dating, and now they have a kid together.
Oh,
Yeah.
good for John Mulaney.
Yeah, and also good for Olivia Munn. John Mulaney's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, and he's not a bad looking guy.
Not a bad looking guy at all.
So I think she got harassed on that set and X-Men Apocalypse. I was like, do you guys just stop?
Knock it off. She's also like trained in martial arts.
Yeah.
Leave her alone.
I think she was dating Aaron Rodgers at the time.
Oh, right. That period of time.
Yeah,
Right.
I think that was about that period of time. So yeah, they came out with Predator and it fucking sucked.
But then Prey came out.
I mean, there was some, like, I can't just hate on movie. Like, I have to find something that's good about it, but
Like me with The Shadow or The Phantom. Not The Shadow. The Shadow starring Alec Baldwin.
yeah. So there's some storyline, like there's some bits of Predator that it's like, it's okay, but overall it's bad. And then they came out with Prey, and that one comes back to form and actually is really, really good. The new model for the Predator, the new design looks really, really fucking cool and menacing. I love the bone mask. And the story works like in a ton of ways, and then it even has callbacks to it has Easter eggs from Predator 2 and everything. So I thought Prey was a lot of fun.
Yeah, nope. Still got to watch that. But I should definitely be watching this first, so that way I can get all the little Easter eggs and like, ooh, I understood that reference.
That was my only. Oh, now I remember, because AVP had just come out.
Yeah.
I think that was like 2004.
Shut the fuck up.
God.
20 fucking years. Eat the biggest
So
of fucking dicks.
So yeah, I was 7.
Fuck off with your goddamn age, man.
I need to put that one on.
Yeah,
Oh, I did.
It's already there. It's already there.
It is
Bingo.
there. Bingo. So AVP had just come out, and I really wanted to watch it, and I think it was either my dad or my mom was like, well, you can't watch that movie without watching Predator first. So I'm like, okay.
Those are good parents right there.
Yeah. So I watched Predator, and I was like, okay, this is fucking awesome. I'm going to watch AVP. I was like, this movie's also really fucking awesome. And then I think after that, I was finally allowed. Like, at that point, I started to develop, like, a little bit of a love for horror. Like, I had seen The Ring, and it traumatized me. But I was starting to warm up to the idea that, like, no, horror is, like, actually really fun. And now, look at me, I'm a fucking menace. But yeah, I was like, okay. And then they finally let me watch the original Alien. I loved it. Loved Aliens. Got the whole trilogy, quadrilogy. Prometheus, Alien Covenant, which I like them. just because I'm an Alien fanboy, but I get why people don't like them.
I mean, like I said, I wasn't allowed to watch any of the movies really because I was just a coward of a child.
Same. I was for a long time too.
Like Signs terrified me. I think that came out
Yeah.
when I was 12.
Yeah.
But also just being a huge fan of movies, the sci-fi genre, and even like in my own little sense, like growing up, being a fan of horror because emo kid, like some of
Right.
those darker aspects. Prometheus kind of let me down because it took me so long to get even the slightest inkling of a goddamn xenomorph.
Yeah.
So dry. But Michael Fassbender, I mean, honestly, he's what drew me for the entire fucking movie. He does an amazing goddamn job.
That's kind of the thing is Prometheus isn't an alien movie. It's set in the alien universe,
Yeah.
but
Well, I feel like I'm I'm like a lot of other fans and then hating it because no, I want like aliens, but it's setting it all up. So like in the overarching story of it all, I can appreciate that. But also just give me some more aliens, man.
yeah.
But also give me more Michael Fassbender.
Also, yes.
Fucking love me some
Very much so.
Fassbender.
Him and Prometheus and Alien Covenant, he just fucking owns those
Oh,
movies.
dude, yeah, he fucking just
Shout out to Fazzy Boy. He's the best.
Fazzy.
He's the best, dude.
Mr. Bender. Metal Bender, Magneto. Comic book connection.
What's what I was going to say? Oh, yeah. So there's a couple things in Predator. Hands down being one of the movies with, like, the most one-liners. But, let's see. There's so the iconic scene where they're all just firing their guns into the jungle.
Which I only know of because it was made fun of on Hot Shots Part 2.
Right. Well, they're all just firing their guns into the jungle trying to kill the predator. That was that originally wasn't in the script. That was a studio executive coming up to McTiernan saying, "Hey, we need more action in this movie." And he's like, "This isn't an action movie." He's like, "Yeah, but we need more action in it." So he went back and forth, and then McTiernan's fine. You want more actions? You want more guns firing? Here's a scene where they're shooting at nothing. You happy?
Hell yeah, I can get behind
I
that.
fucking love McTiernan.
Yeah, that's also like another a lot of those early 80s, 90s action horror movies that I know is from comedy movies like Hot Shots Part 2,
Yeah.
and shit like that. Especially when they're doing the kill count on Hot Shots Part 2, it's like Predator. Alien.
Yeah. RoboCop.
RoboCop. Oh my god.
Yeah, that one's fun. I haven't seen that one for a minute either.
Oh man, it's I mean,
It's not as good as the first one.
no,
but
the
it's
first
still
one is a
pretty fucking good.
goddamn classic, and I love the first one so much. That's another movie that's played a lot in my. The more we do this, the more I go back and look at the movies that played in my house continually, and I really start to understand myself more on a fundamental level.
Oh, yeah.
Based on the movies that I was allowed to watch.
Oh yeah, dude.
Like when we're watching things like I can quote like The Incredibles, like the first 15 minutes, Lilo and Stitch, the first 2 minutes I can fucking quote, but also Dumb and Dumber I can quote, The Mask, Meet Joe Black.
That's an odd pick, but
I got to watch it. So when my mom was working as a chef at Falcon's Ledge, which was this really awesome, nice higher end restaurant in the middle of bumfuck nowhere where they had like falconry going on. Because she was pretty much just raising 3 kids by herself, she'd bring us over there and would just put us up in like one of the little suites and put on a movie. And the only 2 movies we really had access to were Who Framed Roger Rabbit
nice.
and Meet Joe Black. Which is like, I understand Cole now. Those 2 movies that he was just allowed to watch over and over again. You got the funny, but also really adult version of a cartoon movie, which is Who Framed Roger Rabbit, and then Meet Joe Black, which is where death takes over a human body to better understand the human experience while trying to convince Anthony Hopkins that it's time to go.
Yeah.
It's but no Predator. No.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit was it was one of my brother's repeat kid movies. We would just watch it every fucking day.
It's still one of my repeats. I fucking love Who Framed Roger Rabbit, even though now, as a man in his 30s, I'm still terrified of Christopher Lloyd.
Yeah. Oh, he fucking crushed it. That scared the shit out of me too when we used to watch that movie.
That and when he dips the fucking shoe into the dip.
Yeah, the poor shoe.
It's like, oh no! I've known this shoe for all of 30 seconds, but don't do that.
Right? It's just its eyes. It's so sad. Yeah, I think my first just on repeat movie I ever watched as a kid was Dude, Where's My Car? It was just every fucking day. That explains a lot.
That explains a lot.
So there was that one. Spaceballs was one I'd watch on repeat.
Hell yes.
Evolution was one I'd watch on repeat.
Hell yes. Shout out to a future episode if we eventually get there after the I might quit after the next 3 movies we got coming up.
Yeah, this. So we decided to just add this movie into the season.
Yeah.
To pay tribute. But we are still doing the other movies on the list for this season, and the next 3 after this are going to be a big old downer affair.
And long ones.
Yeah.
Long downers.
Yeah. So we got Shawshank coming up next. Then I think Leaving Las Vegas.
Yep.
And then Hereditary. This is going to be a fun next 3 episodes.
That being said, we got some amazing performances coming from like Tim Robbins, Morgan Freeman, Nicolas Cage, Toni Collette. Like, I'm looking forward to the acting part of it and the performance part of it, but
Yeah, it's going to be rough.
I work in kitchens, man. My emotions are already stretched so thin.
Yeah. Well, if we get through it, we get to celebrate with Evolution. So.
Which we do.
Yeah, so that's going to be a lot of fun. But right now, right now we're coming back to Predator, and another fun behind the scenes. So the Predator was originally designed as like a weird like lobster.
Yeah, lobster with like kind of a long neck with a dog face and one eye.
Yeah, and it was bodied by Jean-Claude Van Damme. And then he got fired because he had too much of an ego or something.
Weird, really?
Yeah.
I wouldn't have picked that up from any of his movies.
Yeah, I know. Who would have guessed?
Huh?
Dude, you've already got Schwarzenegger and fucking Jesse the Body Ventura going back and forth on set. Just who has the bigger ego?
Yeah, that's another thing I liked reading up on the trivia and all that. Just like the amount of testosterone that was going on with this cast, where they're getting up at 4:00 in the morning to like do weights and work out before going to actually shoot scenes.
Yeah,
it's like that sounds beautifully toxic.
Yeah. It was like before anybody met each other on set, like I don't know who it was, but they were telling Jesse Ventura, there's like, dude, I think you've got bigger biceps than Arnold. And he's like getting all headstrong about it and everything. Then they actually meet and he flexes like, you fucker.
Yeah, no, actually I told him to say that you had bigger arms just so you could stick around. You know, I wanted you to be in it. You know, I like the body. I mean, your body's definitely lacking. It's not as big and beautiful as my body. In fact, I'm going to have to lose 25 pounds just to actually be a more representable Marine because right now I'm too big.
Yeah. It's like peak Arnold.
Also, sorry, guys. I'm going to be doing a lot of Schwarzenegger throughout this entire episode. I apologize
How could
in
you
advance.
not, though?
I just apologize in advance for my
This is our
mediocre
first
impersonation.
Schwarzenegger movie.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck. We got to throw some more Schwartzy on there, man.
Yeah, we do.
Got some Cage on there. We're going to throw some Schwartzy.
Yeah, we do.
Schwartzy's fun as fuck.
Yeah.
It's a Governor.
Haven't seen Commando in a really long time. I have Terminator 2 on there already.
Absolutely, because Terminator 2 is...
Terminator 2 is one of the best movies ever
It's one of those
made.
rare sequels that's so much better than the original. Like, it's... I've seen the living shit out of Terminator 2, and I was a coward as a child, and there's a lot of things that should terrify you as a kid.
Yeah, look at the dude getting the fucking ice pick through his eye.
Oh my god, dude. Yeah, and I have a phobia of things happening to my eyes. That's why I wear glasses, and I will never wear contacts.
That shit stuck with me.
Keep your fingers away from my goddamn... Keep anything away from my fucking eyes.
Also, though, if we do a Terminator 2 episode, we're going to have to start way fucking early, because if we're watching it, I'm putting on the director's cut, and it's like 3.5 hours long.
Oh, I can easily handle that. I've watched most of the Lord of the Rings director's cut in one sitting.
Ah, there we go. Speaking of another marathon that'll be on the Patreon.
Ooh, that's going to be a long-ass day.
Yeah, it's going to be a long day. We might just have to sleep here and then wake up and do the episode.
We'll just take naps in between every single movie. It's like, all right, 30 minutes. All right, wake up. No, come on. Wake up, bud. We got 2 towers. Let's go.
Speaking of, we need to get the fucking Patreon up.
That we do. This is a message for future Fabian.
Future Fabian, just get the fucking Patreon up.
What are you doing, man? Really, come on.
We're going to have to record so much more, though.
Yeah, oh no.
It's not like my favorite thing doing.
Oh no, I'm going to do more of this thing I look forward to and have fun doing. Oh god
the
damn.
one thing that keeps me really happy every week.
No. What a pain in the ass.
Well, we are getting paid $1,100 a month to do this, so.
This is true. Which is why I'm putting all that money into my local neighborhood. Which isn't actually a neighborhood, comes from a small town bingo.
I hate editing. No, I love it. I actually really love it. Editing the episodes, going back. Because, the after is so much more fun because I barely remember anything I talk about.
Yeah, oh no, same here. I completely forget because something I've had to work on for.
It's not like we're like blackout drunk, but you're drunk enough to where it's like, what the fuck was I talking about?
Like the filter's just gone. Like it's just pure word vomit. Just like complete. Just like stream of consciousness.
I love editing when I'm editing episode like the post. I talk so fucking slow when I'm drunk. Like I'll do it on double time, so it's all like Alvin and the Chipmunks fast, but I'm talking at normal speed.
And so when it comes to Italian, it is exploitation films.
Exactly. It's so dumb. It's like, how fucking slow am I talking in real time?
So slow, and
it's really
a
hard
testament
too.
to my patience from waiting to interrupt you while I wait for you to get a goddamn sentence out.
Yeah, I know. It's also really hard. Like, I can congratulate you on your patience, but like, dude, how long it takes me to get a fucking idea out when I'm drunk? It's like the first 30 seconds is just me going, okay, but like, here's this.
But hold on, where was I?
Though.
Okay, the thing, but okay, so, but like, no, like for real though, if we're being honest, no, hold on, where was I?
Shit, what were we talking about?
Oh yeah, right.
No, it's ridiculous editing. I take most of that shit out. So what you do hear that's still in the episode is like half. I was like, all right, I'm just keeping this in to fill some time up, which I didn't need to fill up for Infinity Pool. That episode's long as shit.
Well, I feel like it's mostly it was like post after watching the movie where we just started going off, right? Because the preamble's another one of those preambles where like
it was like half an hour ish, and then the post is like an hour and 30 or something.
Well, I mean, the movie deserves it.
I didn't want to take anything out.
No.
Like, it was like
fair amount of salient points.
So,
Super
we were
hyped
so
about it.
fucking focused on it. It was good.
It's a hype ass movie.
But
okay, so how much more time do we need to fill? Because I got some stuff I can talk about.
We got like 5 minutes left, and then we'll do the ad read.
Well, I'll hold off on the comic book connection until then because I've got some comic books to talk about.
Hell yeah!
Because
I remember seeing a lot of AVP and Predator and comic books, and I
well,
really want to get one just to say that I have one, right?
you're gonna want to go with the Dark Horse comics, which did it for the longest
Dude,
stretch.
I fucking love
Marvel
Dark
just
Horse.
acquired the rights to it, and they've just done one story with it so far. That's actually a lot of fucking fun.
Okay.
It's Predator versus Wolverine.
Yes, that sounds so dumb.
Yes,
it sounds
it's so dumb.
Fucking
The only thing
awesome.
dumber is the other comic book I read this past holiday season. It's Batman teaming up with Santa Claus.
Yeah, you were telling me about that.
Yeah, so when it comes to just like dumb, stupid, like why not?
For those of you who forget, comic books are mostly dumb,
they're incredibly fucking stupid,
and
dude.
they're fucking awesome.
Yeah, that's what's the beauty of it is because like when you're like this doesn't make any sense. What is this? You're like comic book logic. It's just but
Yeah.
but like, no, shut up. Comic book logic.
Yeah.
But what about comic book logic? That's just the way it is.
But
Some
the
things
Marvel
will never
movie,
change. No.
Those are all still grounded in basically realism, even all the shit with Thanos.
Well, they depower everybody and everything because they can't have comic book logic.
show you. Yeah,
you
they
can't
can't
do
show
comic book
you
logic fully in a movie.
exactly how strong and like powerful they are in a movie.
Well, if they did that, there's no way in hell that Captain America would be able to hold off Thanos with the fucking Infinity Gauntlet in his hand. But
Right.
it's a great goddamn scene, and it's just fucking gets you
is.
right there.
It's really good.
And then right afterwards, he shows a bit of respect towards Captain America, and then just snap. And then Bucky disappears. You just barely got Bucky back. Comic book connection. But I'll talk about that later after we watch the movie because I can go off, especially on the Wolverine versus Predator series. There's so much fucking fun.
Whenever
dude.
I hear stupid titles like that, it's like it gets me so goddamn pumped.
Don't worry, it gets stupider. Here, I'll just give you a really quick list of everybody in the comic book community that Predator has gone against that you would know.
Okay.
Batman,
Yes.
3 times.
Yeah.
Tarzan,
Oh my god.
Judge Dredd.
Oh fuck yeah.
Yeah. Superman.
That's not even a contest.
No, Superman wins every time. That's
yeah,
a
of course.
superpower. Superman wins. He went against Archie from the Archie comic book stories twice.
Fucking Archie.
Archie.
From Riverdale?
Yeah, he went against Riverdale twice.
God damn it.
The Transformers.
Oh hell yeah. I'd pay to see that movie.
Absolutely. More than a G.I. Joe with the Transformers.
Honestly though, I'd pay to see all of these.
Oh, yeah. And then also he went against the entire Justice League of America.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah. And then the last one is currently Wolverine.
I mean, minus Superman and maybe Green Lantern.
Honestly,
I think that would be fun, but
if I can nerd out, Predator versus Martian Manhunter.
That sounds fucking awesome.
Two people that can go invisible. One's a shapeshifter. Two different aliens battling it out.
Yeah.
One's pretty much a pacifist from a previous war. One is like war bound and a warrior.
That sounds fun.
Yes.
That one sounds fun.
I'll read the fuck out of that. And
Also-
I'm going to start working on the spec script, so cut this out, and then I'm going to pitch it to DC.
Okay. But dude,
Although DC doesn't have the rights to Predator. Fuck.
yeah, Marvel. But dude, Wolverine versus Predator, like that sounds like on paper that sounds fucking awesome. Like
Yeah.
Wolverine's hunting abilities and everything against the Predator's hunting ability,
And,
like,
and his healing factor, and then also just the tenacity of the Predator. But the Predator's got technology, but Wolverine's just like this fucking savage.
Yeah.
And he just fucking go ham. And it spans over about 4 different generations of Wolverine.
ooh,
Yeah.
fun.
Starting off from when he first finds his powers as a teenager, so he's only got the bone claws.
I also forget like the Predators are ancient.
Oh, yeah. Look, they're actually, I looked it up because of the comic books.
And for those of you who are keeping track at home, for Fabian's nerd quote of the day, the Predator's actual name is called the Yautja.
Yautja? I thought it was a Yautja.
Not Yautja.
Yautja? Yautja.
Yautja.
Yautja. Which is from the comic books.
Yeah.
Introduced with the Dark Horse comic books following Dutch's brother, Detective John Schaefer,
Yeah.
which is where that picks up.
Alan Dutch Schaefer. Monster of a man.
Monster of a man, gonna hide in mud. He doesn't want to shoot at you. You don't have weapons. It's not fair.
Dude, if this movie came out today, he'd be played by The Rock.
Oh, man. I've got to work on my rock impersonation. That's,
You think you could come up against me? The Predator? I'm the jabroni beating, pie eating. Well, I don't remember the whole thing, but
go with... Man, I'll have to work on it. Come back with the rock. Here we go. You've got the rock right here.
There you go.
I'm going to take on the Predator. You're coming at me, or I'm coming at you. Hold on, today's a Sunday. It's a cheat day, so I'm going to have 17 pancakes.
17 pancakes. Well, no, that's too Stone Cold.
too
I
Stone
just
Cold.
line into Stone Cold.
17 pancakes? What?
Now you eat 17 pancakes. What? Have a beer? What?
Some tequila? What? We'll have some tequila. I have a whole bunch of cod, and I do the thing. And I also, just for fun for my daughters, I do my song from Moana. We're playing the ukulele. It's a lot of fun. I could easily break this ukulele in my hand.
Dude, we're going to kill our listeners with how many bad impressions we're doing.
That's the whole point.
No, I mean, that's fair. Not to kill them. Drink responsibly.
Drink
but
responsibly, please, but also I really just want to work on my impersonations, so you guys are going to have to get the fuck over it.
You also don't have to take a shot for every dumb thing we do. Take a shot is more of a...
I mean, unless you're doing like a party thing, then y'all fucking just... I mean, if you're doing a thing, like a weird party thing where you're playing a drinking game or listening to a podcast, I love you. Like, subscribe, and follow us, and completely just be all about us. 'Cause I
It
love
sounds
that.
like exactly like something I would do.
Oh, I definitely would do that, dude. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I tried playing the Deadpool drinking game. I had to stop after 30 minutes because I'm like, oh, I can't. No, somebody fucked up.
A bit right there. And that leads me to the ad read. This podcast is sponsored by Hopkins Brewing Company in Sugar House, Utah. It is a beautiful little brewing company that Cole and I both frequent, and yeah, they love us. Thanks to them, we were able to afford our brand new microphones, microphone stands, headphones, and they have just been amazing, amazing sponsors. They have great beers, and today I had the honey wheat ale, right? It's an ale.
Oh, yes, it's an L.
It is a beautiful light ale, just like a nice little honey ale. It's
it's
just
a
nice and light, and
Little dark,
sweet.
little sweet, little nice. It's just right
It's just
there.
it's just like perfect for if you want like, let me have a good beer, and it's perfect. It's not too hoppy, not too weedy, even if it has the wheat in the name, but you know, it's got the nice little mid-level beer. If you're still like you're still new to drinking beer, don't like IPAs or stouts or anything super dark, I'd say that's a very, very good go-to.
I'd say the same thing with mine that I had today, which was the Back to Basics, which is a classic pale ale with a little bit of a twist. It's got a little bit more hop on it as opposed to the honey wheat, but it's still crisp, light, and clean, and goes down super smooth with just enough hops to pretty much pirouette on your palate. Ooh, it's a good time.
All right, we're gonna go watch Predator, and we will let you know what we think, even though you already know what we're gonna think, or at least what I think. Cole will let you know what he thinks.
I might just fucking drag this movie just to be a dick.
I'm gonna throw your shit out the goddamn window.
No, you are not, sir.
All right, we'll be back. And that was Predator. One of the best movies ever.
That was awesome. No, that was a really, really, really good time.
You get what I was saying earlier about how it's not an action movie.
Oh no, it's not an action movie.
Yeah, it's like
Except for that brief moment where they just decided to just unload in the middle of it.
well, it's got action in it, but
It does.
it's not an action movie. It's a
Yeah.
it's a horror suspense.
Well, it's just like any other horror movie has action in it. Like things happen, like
Yeah.
Scream, Halloween, what's the one where the call's coming from inside the house?
When a Stranger Calls.
When a Stranger Calls. There's some action in that, a little bit, mildly.
Mildly, yeah.
Yeah, there's some like in any horror movie. There's some mild action.
Yeah, this one just so happens to be about a group of military guys.
Where Arnold Schwarzenegger is the
Special
final
forces.
girl.
Yeah, yeah. Arnold's the final girl. But yeah, no, I love knowing that entire just section where they're just gunning down the forest. It's just like McTiernan pulling the shit.
We need actually, it's not even Schwarzenegger doing it. It's like we need more action. Okay, let's fire off into the woods. Here we go.
We hit nothing.
I took a lot of notes.
Yeah, I could tell. I took 3 notes.
That being said, I have notes.
All right, what do you got?
Okay, first of all, the score. Got
Oh, yeah.
motherfucking Alan Silvestri on this shit.
So much fun.
Oh my god! And it was another thing, like just like the light little drums he had in between the quiet moments, where it was like,
Oh yeah, I do that all the time when it's like quiet. It's like,
awesome,
Yeah.
awesome. A great way of filling the negative space without actually overpowering it too much and giving a nice little sense of suspense behind all of it. Like a
Yeah.
lot of fucking fun. So,
just the tiniest bit of atmosphere.
but also, what else would you expect from Alan Silvestri? I mean, oh, come on.
Yeah,
I mean, motherfucker's a goddamn professional.
true.
I mean,
We already I forget we brown nosed Alan Silvestri earlier, doing like Back to the Future and Avengers and all that
I
stuff.
mean, yeah, man, because the man fucking puts in the work. Like him, John Williams. There's so many composers that just make you feel things, and they do
Yeah.
such a great job of capitalizing that on top of some fantastic cinematography and acting.
Oh, yeah.
Like a lot of like the slow zoom in shots, or like a lot of really fun
dude,
steady cam.
McTiernan's a master.
Dude, fantastic fucking goddamn shit visually and like,
Yeah.
like orchestrally, awesome
Like most
from the
well,
get go.
except for like the invisible effects, like like 90% of this movie is practical,
90% of the movie is practical, and also like the Predators on screen for maybe 8 minutes.
if that. Yeah,
If that. But also how they achieved the whole invisible thing is a really, really cool way they did that.
especially
with the whole,
in like the fucking 80s.
yeah, in the 80s. So they put him in like a red suit and then shot him normally and then
Couldn't put him in a fucking green suit in the
yeah,
jungle.
because it would have
Yeah.
blended in between that and the sky. So they put him in a red suit and then they did a wide camera like angle on top of that to kind of like combine and give you that nice little, awesomely well done for what like the technology you have at the time.
Yeah.
Especially compared to the heat vision, which kind of got on my nerves.
A little, yeah. The
Because
thermal.
the thermal. We've had better since then, but like,
Yeah,
you know,
I kind of like the blur. It still kind of leaves that weird disconnect. Like, what the how the fuck do you
are
see?
you seeing what's going on right
Yeah,
here?
it gets better as time goes on and everything. But I think for the time being,
For the
like,
time being, absolutely, definitely, really well
yeah,
done.
it's very weird.
Well, I can
ethereal.
see why it got nominated for an Oscar for Best Visual Effects.
Yeah,
Which was something that was blew my mind when I was looking it up. It's like, hold on, wait, Oscar nomination? What?
yeah.
Hold on. Okay, I know that makes sense. Look,
Yeah.
I mean, you're never gonna find me winning Best Actor because I do what I can.
But dude, Predator's almost perfect.
Hold on, one sec.
Yeah. You got to see what I wrote down in my notes.
Okay, the next
just
note.
to refresh my mind.
The next note I had was pretty much at the intro at the beginning. Carl Weathers is just the translator for the general. So we got to do this and this and this is going on here. It's like pretty much what he's saying is we lost a bunch of men and I need some people who are actually to come in and actually get the job done.
Yeah.
Look, I've got one job on this
Blah.
stupid mission.
Blah blah blah. Here's what we're actually doing.
Yeah, it's stupid, but I'm gonna do it.
Oh God.
Also, what was with Bill Dukes just shaving all the time?
It's kind of like an anxious, nervous habit. Like it helps him relax.
By shaving his face.
Well, some people have weird tics.
I mean, no judgments, but damn.
Yeah.
Especially with the quality of razor he's clearly using.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which I'm honestly just, I found it a little distracting, but I guess with that context, like, okay, it's just like an anxious tick.
Yeah.
Like, who am I to judge? I pick it myself when I get super
It's
anxious.
like you see the times when he's doing he's shaving in the helicopter because they're getting ready to go, and then he's shaving when they're waiting for the predator to come because he's seen it and he's freaking out because he doesn't
Seen it.
Yeah, he saw it, doesn't know what the fuck's coming in, so he's just nervous and he's waiting and the shaving helps him stay down to earth. So yeah, that's his anxious tick.
I mean, that's an interesting character choice.
Right?
I wonder if that was written or if he just decided to do that.
That's a good point. I'd like to know. If you know, leave it in the comments.
Please, because I want to know.
But yeah.
Other than that, slack-jawed.
Yeah. Fucking Jesse Ventura.
A few things that have not aged well.
That's why I say Predator's almost perfect.
Jesus, Jesse Ventura. My God. Also, the amount of chew he's got in his goddamn mouth. Like, that's...
Yeah, he's got his entire fucking cheek full.
Yeah, no. Ain't nobody be doing that shit if you're actually fucking chewing. Like, come
No.
on. Now, like, you're a small little pal.
The entire movie just got a good guy.
Not hosting an intergalactic trigger here.
Son of a bitch is dug in like an Alabama tick. Oh yeah, did you see how many one-liners did you get to?
Dude, I didn't write down any of the one-liners just because there's so many goddamn
It's like almost
lines.
every line
other
of dialogue.
Yeah. I ain't
so
got
good.
time to bleed.
I ain't got time to bleed.
Okay, bud. Dug in like an Alabama tick.
This damn place makes Cambodia look like Kansas.
Also,
What the fuck does that mean?
Cambodia's got a fucked up history, man. I don't know if you can... It's a holiday in Cambodia.
In that context, yeah, I guess that makes sense. But why say it?
Why call people slack-jawed?
Yeah, that's true.
Especially, like, was that really, like, you're doing a terrible job if you're slack-jawed. Come on, man. Tighten that job.
Yeah, tighten it up. Yeah, no, I'm just trying to think of all the one-liners. Of course, this is the movie that says "Get to the chopper."
Get to the chopper.
We all
Arnold's
know.
favorite line. Arnold's favorite
ever.
line.
No, his favorite line is "I'll be back," which he doesn't say in this movie.
Oh, wait. I thought I read that he loved the fact that, like, "Get to the chopper" is one of, like, one of
Oh,
my
like
favorites.
actually,
Yeah.
his favorite. Okay, I was thinking more in like contextually.
Oh, contextually,
how many
no,
times
no,
he
no.
said it.
Yeah, no, contextually, the best thing is, like, him saying is, like, "I'll be back." But
I'll
it's like,
be back.
We were talking about, looking back on my storied career and all the lines of one-liners. I'm famous for the one-liners. You know this. I know this. It's the thing I do.
Fuck you, asshole.
Fuck you, asshole. Fuck, what did he say with the machete?
Stick around.
Stick around.
Knock, knock.
Knock, knock. Got all these fun one-liners, it's like, he didn't want to kill you, have no weapon, there's no sport in it. And he says, one of my favorite lines is, get to the chopper, because it's just so memorable. And
Yeah. Everybody knows "Get to the chopper."
everyone knows get to the chopper.
Even if they haven't seen Predator,
Everyone knows get to the chopper.
everyone knows "Get to the chopper."
Anyone knows anything, like, if they even remotely heard Arnold Schwarzenegger, like, get to the chopper, I'll be back.
Yeah.
It's not a tumor.
It's not a tumor. It's not.
It's not a tumor.
Put the cookie down.
Put the cookie down.
No.
Who was your daddy? What does he do?
Damn.
Yeah, that's right. I'm starting off early with the bad Arnold Schwarzenegger impression.
Oh, it's been this entire episode.
I apologize for nothing, actually.
Yeah, as you should. Not.
Also, something else that blew my mind the entire time thinking about it. Arnold Schwarzenegger lost weight for this role.
Yeah, he
and he's
he
still
trimmed down.
so goddamn jacked.
Yeah.
Like the entire time, she's like, poof, welcome to the gun show. I
Yeah.
lost 25 pounds to kind of look like, I'm some sort of Marine, some sort of army man coming down here in the jungle.
Yeah, it's crazy to think he slimmed down. Like
Slimmed down.
Well, you see him at height like Mr. Universe Arnold.
Oh, yeah, where he's like,
oh,
it's
that's just
like
fucking
Jesus Christ,
nonsense.
that's just muscle on, but that's just a sentient muscle by that point.
Yeah.
Like, but it's just like still though, lost 25 pounds. Looks the way he does. My God, what a man!
Dude's still fucking jacked. Like he's
He's
smaller now, but like in his
I mean,
at
you
his
know-
age, like he's still fucking jacked.
I'm definitely getting older. It's kind of harder to keep up the muscle definition because you start losing, all the definition, the hydration, the creatines, what's going on. But still, you work out, you have a good body, you can make it happen.
I also love that part of his workout shake, like his protein shake, is just like a fifth of vodka.
I also like how part of his protein shake, workout shake, is a whole fucking cigar.
Yeah. Arnold's an animal, man.
It's fucking, I'm an animal.
Yeah. He's one of my favorite. He might be controversial,
he's
but
controversial. He's
He's
definitely got his
favorites.
issues and stuff.
Like everybody does
like
it.
everyone does. We're all flawed creatures and all that, but he's still just a lot of fun.
Yeah,
A lot of fun to watch on screen.
made some of the most fun, awesome movies ever.
Oh yeah, without jerking off in a corner in front of people.
Yeah,
He just fucked his maid.
yeah.
Well, also he was getting he was engaged to Maria Shriver, and they were supposed to get married during the time of the filming of this. She came and visited him, from what I was reading, because this is such a shitty place to be filming a film. Like there's just frogs and leeches and scorpions and
the
snakes.
Puerto Vallarta jungle.
Yeah, so they ended up taking a whole bunch of frogs and putting them into the director's shower. He freaked the fuck out, and what he did is because he thought it was Arnold, because they're constantly playing jokes on each other.
Yeah.
So he put him into Arnold's shower, but it was not Arnold who found him.
Yeah,
it was Maria Shriver.
Yeah.
And apparently she did not take it well.
Yeah, I can't imagine why.
Weird. It's not like that's one of the fucking plagues
Yeah.
in the goddamn Bible.
All right, what else? What's next? What you got?
Damn Bill Dukes, I'll bleed you quiet.
Oh yeah, you're ghosting us, motherfucker.
Bleed you.
If you give away our position again, I'll bleed you, leave you here. You got that?
He's so intense during the whole movie. I fucking love it. It's awesome.
He's just whisper talking the entire time.
It's like Forrest Whitaker levels of whisper talking the entire fucking time.
Over here,
Ray, you've got to do this. Rebel One.
turn around. Over here,
Also,
anytime.
I mean, I guess they don't know that the Predator has the ability to kind of semi-mimic their vocals, but what the fuck you doing, Bill Dukes? This is a very stressful situation. Don't be whispering like that.
Anytime my brother and I do anything for each other, I'd be like, "Oh yeah, can I go over to? Can you come over and watch the dog for this afternoon? We're not going to be home for a little bit." And we're like, "Anytime." Like, thanks for dropping that stuff off. Anytime. It's just a gif of Bill Duke. Anytime. It's the best.
Also, just don't be whispering during this situation. No, that's a great way to fucking trigger everybody to just shoot out into the fucking open, which they just do the entire goddamn movie.
Yeah. Well,
But I'll get to that later.
yeah.
Because I've got notes.
Okay.
That being said, I've got notes.
That being said, I have notes.
Assassin's Creed level infiltration, to the point where like it was when Bill Dukes whistled.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, oh, I was like, knife to the throat, pull you down. It's like, this is Assassin's Creed level bullshit.
Yeah.
Where just really? I want to know, is that how infiltration actually works? Is anybody like, oh, well, what is that? I guess I better go check that out.
I mean, honestly, the simpler the shit works, the better. We tend to think about oh, he should have known it. In reality, no. I would have done the same fucking thing. What the hell is that? Oh, knife to the throat.
I just would have looked around. But I'm also, because I'm used to it being whistled at and yelled at work, so I'm just like, all right. Plus, on top of the voices, I just
But you kind of you know where it's coming from too.
Absolutely.
You can
Yeah.
hear it. It's right below you. So
Yeah,
you're
it's
wait, what?
But also when I'm not expecting it. It's these guys don't whistle. They haven't had a happy day in their goddamn life. Okay, then the next one, it's a bit more serious. Okay. So given the knowledge of the U.S.'s geopolitical policies, what were these people rebelling against? Are we rooting for the bad guys?
That's a good point, actually. Part of it though, it was a coup funded by the CIA and backed by the Russian military. If you listen to what Dylan is saying while he's going through all the papers and stuff,
but it's also just kind of glossed over fairly quickly. So it's
Yeah.
all right, let's just get into the movie. So
that's why Arnold was pissed when what Bill Duke comes up and he says, "If these guys are Central American, I'm a goddamn Chinaman," which also that line held up pretty well.
held up so well.
But
We're
yeah,
not assassins.
but he's telling Dutch, and then Dutch gets that inkling that motherfucker, and then Dylan's going through all the papers because he at this point, why keep the cover story? So he's going through and saying oh yeah, the CIA rogues and
So Kissinger is probably involved.
Russian military, blah 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 ops. And he's we got him. And that's why Arnold gets pissed and throws him against the wall. You set us up. You got us in here to do your dirty work. You got us in here to do your dirty work.
We're not assassins. You're just doing this because we are expendables. Coming soon in the next 30 years.
My men are not expendable.
Soon, but they will be me,
Yeah.
Sly, Statham.
So that I do agree that's a solid point.
That's a I was Yeah, I mean, not to discredit the movie or
Like,
the country we find ourselves in, but just like
just American military
yeah,
special forces going in and just gunning down
into a foreign country where
Yeah.
there's rebels, probably for a decent reason, and then
just gunning them down because they have quote unquote hostages, which is kind of like I get it. We got to save our guys and everything, but blowing the entire fucking fortress up.
I mean, that's one way to quell a rebellion.
But also, like, you can tell, like, once they start going, and like, oh no, these guys are heavily armed. They're fucking stacked. They got a helicopter, and like, again, like the whole when they actually find out like who they're fighting, like these guys aren't Central American. Like,
Yeah.
What the fuck?
The fuck you trying to make me do? You ugly motherfucker.
So yeah.
But yeah, that was like just right in the middle of the movie is a weird like point of being like aware of like the geopolitical, social, economics, and things going on. And be like, wait a second.
Yeah. No, I feel that. I feel that for sure.
But we're just gonna push that down for a minute and just gonna enjoy the movie because it immediately gets away from that, thankfully.
Yeah.
And gets into sci-fi horror alien movie, which is really, really, really. That's where the movie starts getting fun.
Yeah.
Even though they just blindly shoot in the middle of everything. Okay, so also one thing that I marked that I read in the trivia is when it comes to Billy,
Yeah.
with him stopping with everything in the novelization, he's actually psychic.
Oh, I'm kind of glad they got rid of that.
Yeah, but pretty much that's why he's able to sense all that shit. Is he's kind of psychic about it.
Yeah, I like that they got rid of that because like just him just being like macho, jacked up Native American, in touch with like world, and they already show off his tracking skills in the very beginning before they even find the camp. They show off like he's an expert tracker. He knows he can see things that normal people can't see.
We like to recognize the fact that they're like not U.S. Regulatory boots that are coming on the tracks themselves.
Right.
Like these are clearly not from the U.S.
You can tell like by the way the shell casings fell that they were shooting in all directions. Like
because what everyone does in this whole, even the Predator does that in this whole fucking movie. Nobody's actually aiming. It's just blindly firing in the middle of goddamn fucking nowhere.
yeah. Well, the Predator only does that after he can't see Arnold.
No, not.
Other than that, he's a fucking crack shot. He kills the body in one shot. He kills Bill Duke. He kills Mac in one shot. He wanted to sport kill Dylan. He's like, hey, I'm going to shoot off your arm, and then I'm going to come stab you in the gut, you fuck.
Hey, so you're one of the top billed characters. I'm going to shoot off your arm and then stab the fuck out of you. Oh,
That
what?
shit-
You're the title character? All right, I'm going to shoot you where I shot fucking Carl Weathers, but your arm will not come off.
That's a big point. That's a big point that's hard to see. It looks like he shoots him in the shoulder. He shoots his gun. Like, it's very slow. You have to go, like... It's really hard to see. You have to go, like, frame by frame to see it. But he shoots his gun, and his M16 splits in half.
And that's what gives a little...
Yeah, and, like, the gun splitting, like, hits his shoulder, and he falls back.
Well, that's a detonating note.
Yeah. That's a hard to see thing, but
Yeah.
no, like I've seen this movie 130,000
Clearly.
times, so yeah, that's one I question too. I'm like, wait, he shot Arnold in the shoulder. Why didn't his shoulder explode?
Because he shot at the gun, and then the gun...
And that's
the
one,
shrapnel from the gun.
That's one that I looked back on when I was like 13 and went frame by frame.
The next one, like another big problem that I had, why take Anna hostage? What's the point?
I don't even think they like really explain. Like Dylan says she's a valuable asset.
Why?
I know they don't really explain it other than that.
Why is she there?
Just to have a woman to be there.
Just have a woman in no bra getting fucking dirty and wet. And
yeah, you got all these.
like,
You got all these jacked up macho dudes with their shirts off. You gotta punch up for the other sex.
I mean, is that really a punch up? She has nothing. Like, she does not pass the Bechdel test. She is just there.
She does pass the Bechdel test. Actually,
The fuck does she do?
well, I guess there is no Bechdel test because there's not another woman.
Yeah, there's not another
But
woman.
she explains the history of the Predator and like that they've seen the Predator's been coming back from years to years, only on the hottest of years, and
She's there for exposition.
basically.
But even then, she knows it's the Predator. But for the first little bit, she's like, no, the jungle is attacking.
Well, Dylan also said that's bullshit. That's not what she said. What she said doesn't make sense. She called it the demon who collects trophies, or something like that.
So she's just there for like.
She's more or less just there for exposition and
I guess-
and to have like a an audience insert, like a character that's not a jacked up macho special forces agent, to have
Somebody just there and scared and terrified.
exactly, because the modern, like just the general audience would be in the same position, kind of.
And I don't know if I'll be honest. I don't know if she was necessary.
Necessary, probably
Necessarily
not.
necessary.
But I kind of enjoy having her there.
Well, no,
like,
she definitely she was fun to have around. She served a purpose. Add some heightened, tension between trying to keep her alive and all that. I just didn't understand why they took her. Why they just straight up didn't kill her after massacring a whole fucking goddamn village. Like, oh, we have to hold on. It's the only woman here. We can't be blowing her away.
Yeah. She was literally. She's literally the only woman in that movie.
The only woman in this whole place. And then, we got to be careful. But then also something else reminded me of my biggest problem with Predator.
Yeah.
He relies too much on technology. Or sorry, they. Because there's more than one Predator.
The Predators?
They all rely too much on technology. They got the invisibility cloak. They've got the heat. They got the fucking multiple thermal vision sensors things going on. They've got the little laser tracker going on. They've got the cannon, the parrot cannon on their shoulder. If they were real hunters, and this is coming from a comic book standpoint, comic book connection. Kraven the Hunter doesn't do any of that shit. He's there for the raw, visceral thrill of the hunt. Whereas that guy is using all the technology at his disposal, which does make it kind of fun and interesting when Arnold has to go pure analog versus digital. It's like, oh, I've got my bows and arrows, I'm going to set my traps. You got your little lasers and your rockets.
I was going to say, going along with all of that, the thing is, Arnold still beats him no matter how much technology he has.
Yeah, but they just rely too much on it in
They do rely on it. It's
which I feel like if you're a society built on hunting and the trophy and the thrill of the hunt, you should be more primal about it. Get more into it.
I mean, they kind of are, but they're
guns are too quick. You can't savor
all the little
emotions.
But I think they are kind of a little bit primal with a little bit futuristic. But that's, I don't know. That's kind of like that double-edged sword where they have the technology, so they're gonna use it.
Which I get. Absolutely. I mean, that's what we do now in modern hunting.
It's again not my take, but it is like those sport hunters who sit up in a tree and shoot a giraffe in the face. It's like you're not actually hunting it. You're just
It's like you've got space travel. You've got invisibility technology.
Oh, speaking of that, that's why I started the movie at minute and 30, because in the very beginning, with the opening credits that say Predator, you'd see the ship come in and drop the Predator off on the planet.
Oh yeah, I don't want to see that. No.
Yeah,
that takes away from the
exactly. You already know it's an alien at that point. So you start the movie with them flying in on a helicopter. You have no idea what the fuck's coming.
Yeah, no, that's how it should start. So that's a smart move right there. I'm glad I missed out on that. That being said, I'm still upset about the amount of reliance on technology. Use all the technology to get to the place, but then just adapt to where you're at. Savor. I'm not sure what this says about me.
I think another really big point about the Predators, though, is they do have all their technology, but they're looking, and their whole thing is about the hunt. But they're also looking for a worthy adversary that can take them on with all that technology and with their abilities, everything they have. Somebody that can take them on. And Arnold beats him, and he asks him, "What the hell are you?" Like, fuck.
No, that is fair, because Kraven. I got to relate to comic books. I only know one thing.
You know I'm putting you in the background of every single time you say it.
I know. I'm sorry.
It's just going to keep happening now.
I'm sorry. That's pretty much going to be... This is going to be a constant score.
It's going to be fun.
Behind this for the entire
I'm doing
thing.
it until we get copyrighted.
Well, it's just because that's what I like about Kraven the Hunter is Kraven uses everything he can against Spider-Man.
Yeah.
But not to the point where he's exploding technology and stuff like that, with the exception of using a spider side as a way of diluting his spider sense because he's a spider person, which is probably one of the lamest fucking things to ever happen to Spider-Man. Next to the Clone Saga, fuck the Clone Saga. If you're a fan, but you also like Clone Saga, fuck you. Second that emotion. Just the whole reliance on technology, and also all the blind shooting into nothing. I mean, I understand kind of like when you're like kind of terrified and you're like, oh, what's like, I can't see what's going on. But it's like, going like, blindly shooting. Predator knows that Arnie's there. Can't quite see him. He just starts blindly shooting.
He's just shooting in the
fucking everything.
Well,
like,
he's not. Well, he is blindly shooting, but he's blindly shooting in the direction the explosion came from because he felt the explosion and he could kind of like gauge where it came from. But yeah, he can't see him,
it's
so
still just
that's how he ends
blind
up. That's how he ends up shooting in his general area, and Arnie has to fall from the tree because he's
because
going
he happened
to
to
get shot.
shoot in the fucking general goddamn area.
Well, he was getting closer and closer and closer, so Arnie had to fall out of the tree. Otherwise, he would have hit him eventually.
I mean, yeah.
Basically, just straight up statistics.
Statistically, yeah.
Yeah,
Would
yeah.
eventually Arnold Schwarzenegger was like what, 6'5",
6'4".
6'4",
I
250
think.
pounds, dripping wet.
No.
At this
Arnie's
point,
Arnie's 6 foot even.
he's only 6 feet tall.
Yeah,
I'm taller than Arnold Schwarzenegger.
yeah. He's not very tall.
Well, I feel a lot better about myself.
Yeah, he's about my height. But
Still, though, statistically, he would eventually hit him because if you're blindly fucking shooting in 180
That being
degrees
said-
from where it's coming from.
no, we'll talk about that when I get to my notes. Go ahead. Yeah, the blindly shooting. There is a lot of blind.
There's a lot of
shooting in this
blind shooting, and I just found it weirdly frustrating. It's like really all your training is like, oh, no idea what's going on.
They had to have more action in the movie.
No, they didn't. Give me more suspense. That's where it got fun. That's where it got like, oh, here we go. It's like when,
But also-
when it's one-on-one with Arnie versus the Predator.
Also, if you're fucking panicking,
That's true. Honestly, you're not thinking straight, and you've got a
You're just gonna
and you got a
fucking
Gatling gun right in your goddamn hip.
yeah,
Which they had
might
to
as well.
modify to make it okay because they took it off a helicopter and they had to modify it.
That's one of my notes.
That's fuck off. I've seen this movie too many goddamn times.
Yeah. So I have 3 notes, and one of them is about Old Painless.
Of course, you know the fucking name too. Jesus Christ, kid.
That's like one of, dude. Like they right before they get into the camp, Mac looks at Blaine. He's like, "It's time to bring Old Painless out of the bag," and then you see him.
This is where Forrest Whitaker thought it was okay to whisper all of Rogue One.
Go to him, Jen.
Go to him.
Go to him.
Make it happen. Well, here we go.
We'd like to welcome you and to the return back of the episode that is nothing but bad impressions.
Welcome to Bad Impressions, the episode. Classic Cinema Edition.
I think I'm gonna post this episode after, like, because I'm currently posting the Infinity Pool one. I think I'm gonna post it after, just so it's still relevant to
Oh, yeah, for the
Carl Weathers.
I mean, Carl Weathers, man. I mean, let's bring it back to why we decided to insert this movie without of all of them.
I'll do the Rain of Fire one after that, though.
Oh, yeah, no, of course. But, like, just to bring it back to, like, motherfucking Carl Weathers, man.
Still jacked as fuck.
Jacked as fuck, and also delayed his workouts from the other ones so he can imply that that's his natural physique and then work out by himself.
Yeah,
Fuck yeah, dude.
dude,
Dude,
he's a beast.
Oh, man, I could see why Arnold Schwarzenegger as a character, like, he's so, Carl Weathers is so charming.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
entire time. He's doing such a great job of being that government agency guy, but also being
He's
like
still
a soldier.
he's
at
still
the same time.
such an asshole because he's
yeah.
been working for the CIA
Working
for
for
so
the CIA
long.
for so long.
But he's still like,
Been
it's
pushing
Carl
pencils.
Weathers, man. I can't.
Yeah.
like, I just can't
that
be
fucking
mad at him.
smile. How dare
Yeah.
you? He's like, I'm gonna have you do this. And
Because
he
some
smiles.
damn fool accused you of being the
the
best. Oh, also, I'm gonna cut this bit out because it's already happened. But the intro sequence, you're listening to classic cinema. It's all gonna be Carl Weathers,
As it should be.
Yeah, it's just gonna be Carl Weathers
Please.
quotes like,
It's all in the hips.
"It's all on the hips, baby. You got a stew going." And then because some damn fool accused you of being the best. Yeah, ding, ding. There's gonna be a couple of them.
Hell yeah. No, fucking, yeah, dude. Honestly, that, rest in peace to a goat, man. What a great human being.
Yeah.
He did such a great goddamn job. And also the practical effects on him losing his goddamn arm.
Yeah.
Meaty
Dude,
as hell.
Like, but yeah, meaty as hell. But like, you know, whenever they do the fucking like, okay, you have to have your arm here, and then we're adding it, and it looks like way too wide. It looks so fucking good.
Oh, dude. It's like, Motherfucker lost his arm for this goddamn movie.
Yeah, it looks so real. Like, it doesn't look like he has an extra arm on top of his arm.
Which I'm pretty sure is Christian Bale's next movie. Is he's going to have like a movie where he has to lose an arm, and he's just going to straight up.
Yeah, he straight
he's
up
gonna
cuts it off.
saw that shit off.
Yeah.
Like his Carrie Elliot's and Saw, instead of his foot, it's his goddamn arm.
Well, if I actually cut off my arm, then I could get into this role a little bit easier.
I mean, who are you? Did you cut off your arm?
Did you cut it? Well, I walk around locked down your fucking arm
I did 127 hours myself.
for this fucking role, you fucking prick.
But yeah, no, honestly, yeah, like, yeah, a little bittersweet watching Carl Weathers in this, but also mostly just sweet as opposed to bittersweet. Just emphasis on the sweet part, because just what a great goddamn actor, what a great entertainer, and just really fucking brings that shit home and sells it so well.
He's really good.
In a movie where he should not be selling it as hard as he should be selling it.
Nobody should. Like,
No.
On paper, this
On paper,
movie
this is a ridiculous movie.
shouldn't have worked.
No, on paper, this is a ridiculous fucking movie.
But it worked so well, it spawned an entire goddamn mythology.
Comic books.
And franchise. Like, it was nuts. And what, 15, whatever you times 15 to get 98. Or close to it. I don't fucking know. We'll say it quadrupled its money. Or something. I don't fucking know.
90. Trying to do the math in my head. Never do the math.
No, shut up. Math is for nerds.
Never do the math.
I was a band nerd. Wait, god damn it. That means I have to know math.
That means you have to know math. I'm a theater nerd and a comic book nerd. I don't know shit.
No,
All I got to do is just make it up.
Well, you have to know writing in English.
I know English. Please cut that.
Yes, I am.
I do know writing in English, is why I get excited about that. Kind of.
All right, what you got next?
Homeowning the Jungle.
Yes.
Like, how the fuck do you
on.
know where he's going to show up?
All right, we're going to pause.
All right.
Oh my god, my bladder's so small right now. Yeah, that was literally how the pitch for Home Alone was Predator, but with the kid in the suburbs.
But also make it a cartoon.
Yes.
Because everything they do is cartoony. But also, this is a new area to him. He hasn't been there all that often. How does he know? I know I'm nitpicking, but how does he know how to set up the traps that he's setting up, having the predator supposedly fall into these things, which he ends up skipping one of them because he's like, oh, wait, this is clearly a trap right here. And then the log falls on him. But first of all, how much time did it take? And while he's doing that...
It took all day. He did a whole montage of him.
But while
working
he's
all
doing
day.
that, where the fuck are the other characters that are getting to the chopper?
Anna's at the chopper. She went to the chopper.
Why'd the chopper come back?
She's the only chopper, or she's the only one that got to the chopper.
Why is she there and why is she alive?
Because she made it to the chopper.
Why'd the chopper come back?
Because she told him to.
Why would they have
Or
a
at
rebel doctor
at
listen
least-
to the rebel doctor like
At
"You
least
come back
hover.
for Arnie?
At least hover around the area, and like they probably she told him, Dutch told me to come to the chopper. He's currently fighting something or whatever. I don't know.
He's currently fighting
You're
in the jungle.
thinking too much about it.
Well, that's what we do when we watch stupid action movies, man. Is I start thinking way too hard about it. I'm trying to fucking find the holes in it, especially because this is a movie that you love.
Yeah.
And I told you earlier, I'm going to be a dick about it.
You're thinking too much about it. She knew where the chopper was. She was there and learned where the landing zone was, the LZ, if you will. And then she got there
not.
and probably told him, "Oh, Dutch, stay behind. He's currently fighting a monster or whatever." And he told me to
He's currently fighting the demon of the jungle. Like, she doesn't know what she's talking about.
I was like, "Dutch is on his way."
Carl Weathers, a high-ranking member of the CIA, is like, she doesn't know what she's talking about. But like the helicopter pilot was like, oh yeah, no, okay, that makes sense. Guess we'll hover around for a little bit.
Yeah, who knows?
Also, where the fuck did they know to fucking pick him up?
He was around the same area. They weren't that far away.
But they should have left.
Maybe they did. Maybe they came back.
She just stayed in the chopper.
No, yeah, that's true because she's still in her same garb and
Yeah, still in the same garb and everything. So it's like
Maybe they just-
it's been a whole day of him
Okay.
home alone in the jungle.
Okay, wait. So maybe they waited in the chopper for, like just hours. They were just waiting in the chopper for Dutch to get there, and then finally when we got to take off, they take off. Then the explosion happens, and they're like, "Oh shit, There he is.
No, the explosion happens. Oh shit, we definitely should take off.
No,
I don't see any of them sticking around that long.
They already took off.
I don't see anybody sticking around that long.
Maybe they did. I don't know.
Maybe they did. Maybe they had a stroke.
Maybe Anna told them to wait because they got to wait for Dutch, and they waited for as long as they could.
Oh, you're the exposition lady? Okay, no, we'll stick around.
Yeah, maybe then they waited for as long as they could, and then it's finally like, okay, we have to leave. And then they started to leave. They got up into the air, and then the explosion happened, and they're like, oh my God.
Nuclear explosion. There was a mushroom cloud.
Ew. Did you say nuclear?
Nuclear.
Ew.
Nuclear.
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 Weapons of mass destruction.
Nuclear.
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 Not nuclear.
Nuclear.
Mike says nuclear, and it pisses me off.
Well, welcome to Utah, motherfucker.
I know. It's gross.
We don't pronounce our T's and we say nuclear. As well as
No,
crick.
you actually said nuclear that time.
Oh, yeah, nuclear. Now I'm just fucking with you.
That one was way different. You said nuclear.
Nuclear?
Yeah.
Oh, nuclear.
No, nuclear. Nuclear.
Nuclear.
Nuclear.
Nuclear.
Nuclear. Nuclear. Nuclear. Now,
Nuke, Timothy.
all right. Let's move on from this bit.
Another thing.
And those of you who know, like, this is all just scripted. We're all just reading from a paper. This is unscripted.
The amount of times that we've actually...
I'm shooting
we've
on this
spent
right now.
Hours just typing all this fucking down.
Why do you think every episode takes longer to come out than the last? Because we got to write this shit.
Write the
for you
fucking
guys.
script for this shit, all right? And we were on strike for a while, so we had to like delay all this fucking script writing.
And I have no idea why we wrote nuclear so many times. But
Nuclear.
right.
Left.
Up.
Down.
BA start.
Well, up, down, left, right, BA start.
Well, yeah.
Showing my nerd.
Well, now I have 30 lives, so.
You're welcome. You're
Damn it,
welcome,
I'm
listeners.
not even happy with the one I have.
Well, you got 30 more to go through, bud. Just as a side note, Mythbusters, which I love Mythbusters.
Yes, shout out Mythbusters.
Disprove the whole mud thing. After a while, your natural body temperature will heat up the mud.
Yeah.
Which
and that's kind of like it's awesome.
It's a suspension of
It's
disbelief.
awesome for suspension of disbelief for sure. It's awesome for like an in-world storytelling,
Yeah.
like you said.
Well, and also
suspension
visually,
of disbelief.
is just a
Visually
lot of
looks
fucking
great.
fun. Like, 'cause he's blending in everything.
That's my other note that I have. I'll tell
Out
you
of
later.
3.
Out of 3. And then like just he doesn't have mud on his eyeballs.
No,
Your
they are
eyeballs-
so white and so blue.
Your eyeballs still have a color temperature.
Yeah, but they're so white and so blue, he just keeps them open the entire time.
Yeah. So yeah, it's the suspension
Suspension of disbelief.
If you
But
want
also,
to believe
it's a fun suspension of disbelief. As
And it
opposed to
looks
just
fucking
wildly
great.
shooting into the goddamn ether.
it looks great, and it's a clear like, oh, this is a game changer. Now I have a way to fight back.
Yes, which it does very, very well.
Yeah.
Which I enjoy it, but also suspension of disbelief.
Right, right.
And then after that, I just had to take a moment to be like, oh my God, is the fucking Predator so goddamn cool looking? When we finally get to fucking see him, you're like, oh my God, are you so cool?
It's one of the best creature designs
Holy
ever.
shit. Like, oh my God. Like with the mask, without the mask.
The Predator
so
is
cool.
Yeah,
Just
one of the
so cool.
the best creature designs
Oh yeah.
in just of all time. It's
Getting the mandibles going. and that-
amazing.
dude. Yeah. I had to take a moment just to appreciate the design and the costume work
like,
that is the goddamn
Dude,
fucking
did
Predator.
you think so? Like this movie being the first one in the entire Predator, everything, anything. Did you think the Predator was gonna look that fucking good?
No.
Yeah,
In 87? Are you kidding me?
yeah. It's nonsense, right?
No, he should not look that good. He has no right to look that good. But also, James Cameron had a fair amount to kind of deal with, like the back of house work. I'm using kitchen vernacular.
Wow.
But James Cameron's kind of like not necessarily involved, but like because of aliens and stuff like that.
It was a consultant.
He was a consultant based on that.
Yeah.
And I think it was either him or somebody else was like, I've always wanted to see something with mandibles.
Yeah.
And that's when they started incorporating that. And that just makes it so much fucking better, especially like the roar and the mandibles flare out and you got the flesh and just So fucking cool.
So
needed to take a note and a beat just to appreciate the fucking visual that is
Such
the goddamn Predator, man.
Perfect creature
Jesus
design.
Christ. There's a reason it holds up.
Yeah.
Holy fuck, is that so goddamn good. Like, I had to take a
100%
moment and just be like, okay, yeah.
You were waiting for some like dumb like stop motion bullshit, right?
No,
Or, like
because I'm on YouTube for a fair amount of time.
Oh, okay.
And I've seen the bits from Predator because I want to educate myself and actually be able to have a conversation with other straight white men. I know musicals and comic books, man. I gotta like fucking do some sort of action movie
well,
research.
you saw some bits of the Predator. And,
I saw some bits.
Yeah.
Which honestly did not even compare to the whole movie experience, which is the Predator. Like you can watch like bits and look at stills and shit like that. Like that's why it's one thing, but to actually experience the Predator in the whole,
yeah,
you know what I mean.
With
I was in Scouts.
like just the being just absorbed and like in the suspense and everything.
Yeah.
It's fucking gripping. Like I told you, it's an hour and 47 minutes and it fucking flies by.
Oh, you know, it flew by, man. Like I was just like on the edge of my seat, except for the brief times that exhaustion took a hold of me and I had to pass out for 30 seconds.
Notice that when you're laying back on the couch and like, yeah, I'm not gonna wake him up. This part isn't. They're just looking at trees right now. That's fine.
Time to wake up.
Yeah.
Okay. We're gonna lean back
There's
again.
there's a good stretch of the movie that I mean they're setting up the suspense. It's suspense. They're setting things up.
No, yeah,
but there is a
also-
good part of this movie that is just them staring at trees.
Also, this is a movie set in '87, where it's a time where we get away with slow burns.
Yeah, it's starting to move away from slow burns, but it's still very much
Too
a
much
slow
slow
burn.
burn. Which, before we get to the time now, where like just give me it in 15 seconds with the thing going on. Okay, there we go. Next thing.
Yeah.
Next thing. Our attention spans have gotten
I've
so much
seen
shorter.
every single trailer moment in the past 40 seconds.
Yeah.
So,
But
what was I watching the other? I was watching something the other day, where I was just like trailer moment. I think it was the Suicide Squad.
the Suicide Squad
Yeah,
or Suicide Squad?
The Suicide Squad.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the Suicide Squad trailer moment.
They did, I mean, it's a great movie. It's fun, but there are definite like trailer moments because I watched the trailer quite a bit. I was trying to decide if I wanted to see it or not, but yeah, there's some trailer moments that stuck in my head. Like I've seen that bit too many times.
The Suicide Squad is one of the few movies where I went into it and like I'm gonna fucking hate this because I hated the other one,
Yeah.
and I came out liking it.
Yeah, it's the same with me. It was like, all right, I'm gonna watch this just because it's on HBO Max, might as well. And I watched it and I was like, this is fucking great.
This is, wait, what? Why didn't they do that the first time?
Yeah.
Fucking idiots.
Anyway,
Anyhows, had a brief little moment where the Predator started taking off his mask. It's like, it's an alien planet. Is there air? You don't know. You gotta go.
nice.
Why the fuck you taking off your mask? And that leads to my next note. Why play with your prey now? You spent this entire movie fucking shit up. Now you're like, no.
That's a good point. Actually, he's not playing with his prey.
No. Oh, does he actually respect Arnold because he's lasted this long? Is that what's going on?
He's lasted this long, and he's actually like hurt him and fought him, and he keeps trying to hunt him like the other guys that he's just fucking picked off one by one, but he keeps getting away, and then that's when that bit comes out where he's resting on the log and the Predator like he splits his blades and stabs. He's like, I could have killed you.
Yeah. Could have took you off right here, but just so you know, now crawl away.
I want to let you know that I could have killed you, but I want to see how good of a fighter. I want to see how good of a battle opponent, like an opponent you actually.
that does
are.
play into the hunter mentality, like
Yeah.
with Craven the Hunter. Plays into
That's
the
why
hunter
he
mentality.
takes off his gun. He takes off
takes
most
off
of his
everything.
shit.
Takes
He's
off
like-
his mask,
he's like,
which is their air.
"All right."
You don't know.
Yeah, like you were saying earlier, they rely on their technology. Like he's
Yeah.
just hunting these other guys to hunt
Yeah,
these guys.
Yeah, which is like
But
does
when he
build a
gets
great
to
amount of
Arnold,
suspense. Oh yeah, that's
An
where
opponent,
it gets great.
An opponent where he actually was like, "All right,
I kind of respect. I respect you. I respect my quarry.
all right, let's go.
All right,
Let's see.
That's,
Let's see who's better."
That's where it gets great because other than that, it's just like a laser.
Well, he had to pick off the guys that knew like okay, I got him. Boom, stabs Hawkins. He's like, all right, stalking. Blaine can't see me. Gun.
Who knows what the fuck happened to Billy? The psychic abilities.
Exactly. And his machete, like, whatever happened to him had to be fucked up.
Fucked up. He carved into his fucking chest.
He was naked.
Yeah.
Like,
he threw everything away except for a machete.
well, he had his pants and boot. He had his machete, his pants, and his boots. And then when the predator rips his spine out, like he's naked, you can see him reach into his ass, grab the bottom of his spinal cord.
I mean, where else are you gonna fucking reach into? That's the problem with Mortal Kombat. Is they don't show you the fact you have to go up the ass to get the spine out.
Yeah, but like, yeah, no, I agree. Where he's picking him off. And you're like, Dylan, yeah, I'm gonna disarm you, and then I'm gonna pick you off. Picked them all off except for Arnold, who actually got away, and he's like, okay. And Arnold does his war cry and starts fighting back.
Oh, that's another note.
Him.
Primal Arnie scream.
Yeah.
Oh.
He was like, I'm here. Come get me, motherfucker.
Need that in more Arnold Schwarzenegger movies. Just him just fucking... with the lip flare and everything. Just...
As soon as the Predator looks up like, okay.
All right, Mr. Universe.
And he starts,
Prove it.
that entire front half of the battle, where he's just like, okay, and then he starts hitting him. He gets him a couple times, and he outwits him, and he runs away, and he's like, fuck. At that point, like, the Predator's like, all right, you hit me, you got me, you've been running away. Let's do this. Come on, I'll ditch my shit, you ditch your shit. Let's go.
All right, but would you do that with like a deer? Because that's what comparatively it is.
Well, if the deer is fucking throwing bombs at me and shit, maybe.
Go for a fisticuffs? No. If they start doing that shit, no. Hold on your plasma cannon, fuck that fucker up.
I mean, but a deer is not intelligent. Or at least to
I
the
disagree.
point.
I disagree. I've seen Bambi.
To the point, a deer doesn't have human intelligence.
There's a predator aware what human intelligence is.
Yeah, they've been here for thousands of years.
This is true. In the comic books, at one point in time, they showed up during the Civil War.
Yeah.
And both sides had to get together, abandon their ideologies to fight the predator.
In this first... Oh, God. That's pretty
right.
great.
That's right. Dark Horse went there.
That's
it's like, hold on. Okay, I'm a fan of slaves. You are not, but also, you know what I'm a fan of? This predator fucking killing us all right now.
Not being fucking killed by a predator.
No.
But even in this movie, the very first one, Anna's saying like, the Predator's a fucking legend. They've been around for forever. They only come around in the hottest years. Like
when everyone could be the most sweaty.
Yes. Enough to the point where they have to say like they have a name for him. He's the demon who's a collector of trophies or the trophy demon or whatever the hell she calls it. But yeah, it was like the Predators have been here for forever, so they know humans, and then and then they just kind of expand on that in the I think in Prey, and in Alien versus Predator with the Mayans and everything,
Versus Predator.
but still, like the Predators have been around for eons and shit.
Okay, I mean, I guess okay, but we don't know that. This is the first movie. We don't know that.
But I just said like Anna tells us.
Barely.
Kind of.
She's barely rememberable. She's barely there. Not to be a dick, just
she's there, but everything she says is important.
yeah.
Queen exposition in this bitch.
Oh, yeah, true. True. But still just a boring, unnecessary ass character. Also, did you know that in later stories that it's revealed that Dutch dies from radiation poisoning after the fucking predator detonates himself?
I think I read that somewhere, but yeah.
He dies from radiation poisoning. After all that,
yeah.
the predator
I mean,
still
it makes
wins.
sense. I mean,
yeah, because that was clearly a nuke.
Yeah.
Sorry, nuclear. Weapons of mass destruction.
Yes. Anyway.
After that, the only thing I wanted to pay attention to was the body count. And here's the body count officially. 69. Nice.
Nice.
Humans, dead, mostly by Dutch. 1 scorpion, 1 boar, 1 predator.
Nice.
That is the body count. And this goddamn thing's 69 humans.
yeah.
Which, hey, fucking
Perfect.
Perfect amount. 69 human deaths, mostly by Dutch, who just fucking goes ham and then has to cover himself in mud. So let's see your very limited goddamn notes when it comes to this stupid fucking movie.
So my first note is Old Painless. The minigun.
The minigun.
And I remembered, so I didn't do it in the preamble because I don't know why. It's usually like one of my first things I remember about this movie. But this is the first movie or any media that has a handheld minigun. They created it for this movie, and every other movie, media, anything where you see somebody holding a handheld minigun came from Predator.
Also feel like any video game, like that's pretty much what it's based on, just like Fallout 3. Like
Yeah.
Just
Any handheld minigun you see, Predator was the very first movie to do it.
which they had to completely modify it because it was taken off of a fucking helicopter.
Yeah, of course, because it didn't exist. How are you gonna fucking do
Why
it?
the fuck would you even bother around with that goddamn fucking weapon?
Because it's fucking badass.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's literally the only reason.
I forgot about that part of warfare.
Is it practical at all? Hell no.
I forgot about that part of warfare where it's like, yeah, doesn't make any sense. No, but fuck, would it look cool?
It's not practical in any sense.
No, I mean, running around
The
with
fucking
like
recoil. I'm surprised Jesse Ventura.
Jesse
could
Ventura
hold
had
it
to wear a
down.
bulletproof vest because of the fucking casings coming out of the stupid fucking thing, which
Yeah.
are all blanks. He had to fucking like wear a bulletproof vest, and he's like, it's like wielding. He's like, it was like shooting a chainsaw. Is
Yeah.
what his quote is saying.
Yeah,
It's like
but god damn, is it awesome?
fucking cool as hell, dude.
It's the
Dude,
best.
Dude, the fucking straight guy boner I got the entire. I'm like, oh, let's
Just
go.
that fucking sound effect. Fucking great.
Fucking hell. Oh, yeah.
My other one is the makeup. The practical makeup is fucking nonsense.
Oh, dude.
Like the Predator alone, we were talking about the Predator, what is just nonsense cool, amazing.
So much better than what they originally planned on going with. Like
John Claude in a
John
lobster
Claude on a
costume.
lobster costume.
Yeah.
So much cool. So fucking
Yeah.
cool. Like I said earlier, so fucking cool.
Yeah, that and what actually originally made me think of that, write it down, was Arnie with all the mud and leaves and all that shit. Like, that's 4 hours. 4 hours of makeup, 5 hours of makeup minimum.
With them using pottery clay,
Yeah,
which would then harden to his skin, so they had to keep on changing it out. And it was also so cold at the time where he was shivering too much. So when he's trying to do like the whole mud scene, he was like drinking schnapps.
yeah,
Just got drunk, couldn't stay warm.
yeah. I can imagine like that shit was not easy.
Which is another thing that makes you wonder, like, probably got to make some sort of t-shirt out of this. Is it good acting, or were they just being tortured?
Yep.
Pretty sure all of them are being, there was leeches, poisonous snakes, scorpions, all kinds of shit going on at the time they were fucking doing this stuff. And fucking, man, you've got the Predator walking around in a big ass 200-pound costume, to where they had to like reinforce and do other things to make him so he can stand on fucking trees and stuff.
Yeah.
Which just, it's fucking insane. And the only way they can give him any homage is to have him just be the helicopter pilot at the end of it. Like, hey, just so you know, here's my face. I was the Predator.
Thank you for bringing that up. That's my third point.
That was your third point. That was the third note, was right at the very end of the goddamn movie.
Yes.
Jesus fucking Christ.
I was going to say Kevin Peter Hall, the guy that was in the Predator suit. He's 6'9", just about as tall as Undertaker.
Of course,
Just
you bring it back
a
to
large,
wrestling.
large human being. So he towers over Arnie, and you can see that in the movie.
Which is awesome, which is good. You should.
Yeah, he should, as the Predator should.
But the Predator is 7'2".
Well, you can. I mean, yes. Yeah.
Yeah. With all the shit on top of it, 7'2".
Yeah.
Which is insane.
That's like 5 inches.
Yeah. That's a whole foot over me, and I can't even imagine that.
Yeah. So yeah, the Predator was gigantic, but yeah, you already said it. Kevin Peter Hall is the helicopter
Yeah,
pilot.
helicopter pilot right at the very end.
Right at
That
the
was
very
your
end,
last
so
note. Your
what
last
the
note was like, hey, BT dubs,
Yeah, those are the only 3 notes I had.
fuck off. I had so many goddamn notes. I was constantly writing. You were just there. It's like, oh man, I love this movie. Hell, I have a fun old
Well,
time.
everything I like, I already knew, like all the behind the scenes, everything that went into it, like I already shared in the preamble. So it was like, what am I gonna say about this? other
Mostly
than
just waiting
it's
for Cole.
fucking awesome.
Mostly just waiting for Cole to try to shit on this movie, which is still just a really good goddamn time.
Like, you can. There are bits you can shit on.
Yeah.
But
there's some nitpicky shit, but this is still just
again, it's just nitpicking.
it's just nitpicking. It's just
it's
really just
almost fucking perfect.
it's just a fun fucking movie.
It's so great.
just fun as
Spawned
hell.
an entire franchise.
Even the acting behind it, because Arnold Schwarzenegger is not a good actor.
Well, he's perfect in this.
He's perfect in this. He's not a good actor, though.
I wouldn't argue he is either.
He's not a good actor.
He's about He's about as good as an actor as The Rock.
Get to the chopper. Hold on. Yeah, no, we got to get to the chopper right now.
Now you just sound like Nicolas Cage.
No, we've got to get to the chopper right now. He didn't kill you because you didn't have a weapon. There's no sport in it.
Yeah, nice.
I'm going to take another shot for some bad impressions. Sorry, guys. That's what happens when we're doing a Schwarzenegger movie. Bad impressions aplenty. Get to the chopper.
Well, no, that's Jim Carrey doing...
Hold on. Oh, I can do Jim Carrey. Get to the chopper right now. He didn't kill you because there's no sport behind it. You had no weapon.
That's good, Jim Carrey.
Thank you.
I was thinking more. Get to the chopper. He didn't kill you because there was no sport in it.
I just want you to get to the chopper right now, man. You just got to remind yourself, you just got to get to the chopper. Think about it. You had no weapon. He wouldn't kill you. There's no sport in it. Why bother engaging in hunting if there's no sport? I mean, what does it mean to even be alive if you're not engaging in some type of sport?
Yeah, so the chopper, he didn't kill you because you didn't have a weapon. There's no sport in it.
And then they said, get to the chopper. And then they slowly made their way over the course of a 24-hour period, while Arnold Schwarzenegger set up a Home Alone contraption for the Predator. It would not be nearly as cartoonish as the movie with Macaulay Culkin, but it would still bring you some entertainment.
Hey, I told you to get to the fucking chopper, and you didn't. You want to know why? Because you didn't have a weapon. You didn't have a weapon because there's no sport in it. So if you get to the fucking chopper, then there's not going to be a problem.
Bad impressions.
It's the best.
All right, what's another bad impression I got? Honestly, I mean, you already did walking, but I mean, I feel like maybe I could tell you, get to the chopper. He wouldn't kill you because you didn't have a weapon and there's no sport in it. You see this watch? That was your father's watch.
Oh my God.
What? How long have we been talking?
An hour?
Well, that's it.
How are our episodes turning into an hour and a half?
Because we've been finding a fucking rhythm, man.
I guess that's true. We are getting better at this. And 90% of it is actually us talking about the movie, so
yes,
we're doing a lot better.
But every now and then there's us deviating a little bit, which is a lot of fucking fun.
Yeah. I'd say we're not, like, I'm not...
Wow, you gotta get to the chopper, man. You gotta go. It's like, what even is a chopper? I mean, helicopter, or we're talking about a butcher? I don't know. Wow.
Oh, okay. I didn't get what you were
Okay,
doing.
my Owen Wilson isn't great, all right? Okay, I'm working on it.
All right.
Sorry. Wow, we gotta get to the chopper. Here we go. I mean, we're there, we're here, we're everywhere. I mean, we're shooting into nothing. You gotta get to the chopper.
There you go.
Always gotta fall back on the Donald Trump. It's gonna be totally fine. We're gonna get to the chopper. And it's gonna be a great chopper, beautiful chopper. A strong man came up to me, told me to get to the chopper, tears in his eyes. He's like, hey, you don't have a weapon. That's why he didn't shoot you. There's no sport in it. Back in the day, though, we used to have a lot more sport going on, but here we don't got no more. And it's so sad. So sad. Got myself to the chopper. Got myself to the chopper. You know what I said? Stick around.
I don't know who you are. I don't know what you want. But what I want you to do is get to the chopper.
All right, look. He won't kill you because there's no sport in it. All right.
I won't kill you. There's no sport in it.
All right. Here we go. We want some sport in it, don't we? Diabolical.
Oh, okay. I thought you were doing a little bit more Jason Statham thing.
Started off
Started
Jason
off
Statham,
as Jason
but
Statham.
then realized it was coming off a lot more Billy Butcher.
Yeah. It was
Because I can't quite get the, Jason Statham. Because it kind of just comes Billy Butcher or here. To get it going.
Yeah. That's okay.
You got to get to the chopper. Get to the fucking chopper, you fucking poof. Puff. Poof. Actually, I don't want to be correct on that slang.
No. How many more? I think I'm just going to end the episode.
Oh, as we should. So,
we can keep talking into the microphone.
I mean, we could.
Because it's just too gum.
I'm just enjoying.
See, they're new toys.
Yeah, there's new toys, and I just want to keep talking
fun.
into the new toys.
It's so much
That being
fun.
said, guys, we watched Predator today. I thoroughly enjoyed it, even though I do have my nitpicky little bits about it. What a fun fucking movie. Just a good time. Under 2 hours. Yes, that's right. Cole burped instead of Fabian. Drink. So a really good time, really fun, awesome fucking visuals, camera work, like breaking the bounds and like expanding on things when it comes to what you do, like cinematography
I don't
wise.
know why. I can't with it right here. I just can't stop touching my face with it. It like feels because it's like cold and it like feels really good.
I just want a cold hand on my face.
I'm sure you can hear it.
Just want something cold.
It's only
burning against my
slight. It's
face.
not as loud as I thought it would be, but
No, but as long as it's cold on my face.
yeah.
Jeremy Irons.
If you got a cold, wet pussy, put it on. Okay, never mind.
Never mind. Cut that out.
Cutting that.
Cut that out. All right. So,
Put it on my face.
ending the show.
Ending the show.
Ending the show. This was a fun, great movie that you can nitpick the hell out of, but it's still a good ass fucking time. The score, amazing. Cinematography, fantastic. Practicals, great. Great on great on great on great on great. Because, my God, just the whole Predator reveal scene with the mask coming off, fan-fucking-tastic. I highly recommend that you guys watch this movie with an open mind.
Yeah, keep an open mind that this is 1987. Some of the ideals are going to be a little bit different and everything.
They had to wait 7 years after nothing happened
Yeah.
to make something actually fucking happen, because nothing happened in the 70s.
Right. Well, I guess they would only have. Well, yeah. Never mind. I'm not gonna nitpick. I'm not nitpicking. I'm not nitpicking. Anyway. Yeah.
My name's Fabian.
Anyway, I highly recommend Predator. It's always a good time. One of the best movies ever. Is it perfect? No.
No.
It's almost perfect, but there are some things. There are a couple things that don't hold up as in every old movie. So keep an open mind.
Yeah.
But for the most
Especially in the
part,
80s.
the suspense, the story, everything that goes into it, the makeup, the practicals.
They do a great job of building the whole thing up for you with the practicals, the music. Like I said earlier, like there's a light little drum. Like, fantastic.
Yeah.
Watch that shit. What a great goddamn time. Thank you for having me watch this fucking movie that I was not allowed to watch.
Dude. Yeah. Like I said, I watch this movie probably twice a year.
I'm aware, man.
I
You
watched-
took 3 whole notes. I have 2 pages full of questions. You're like, oh yeah, well this happened and this happened
Just
and this
off the
happened.
top of my head. Well, actually, about that. But yeah,
Fucking
go
nerd.
watch Predator if you haven't seen it. It's about, let's see, it's almost 50 years old,
Fuck, really?
I think.
82? Oh my god.
No, 87.
87? Oh no, it's pushing it. Oh
Yeah.
fuck. It's 40.
43.
Oh, fuck off.
Yeah.
This movie almost qualifies for AARP.
Yeah. So this, yeah, it's a great time. Go see it. This has been Cole-astic Cinema. We'll see you next time.